Hey you guys. All right, I just wanted to share this video with you today. This is a 30-minute mat workout, body weight only. This video lives on my on-demand platform. So I'm sharing it with you on YouTube now because I want you to know more videos like this exist on my on-demand platform. This workout in particular is all on the mat. You're gonna focus on your transverse abdominals, those internal and external obliques, and you're gonna get a lot of back body as well. A lot can happen in 30 minutes, and it's gonna do the body really good. But there's more of this. I have a lot more. We have about 500 videos currently on the on-demand platform on both the mat and the reformer, ranging in time from 5 minutes all the way up to 90 minutes. So check it out. There's a 7-day free trial waiting there for you. All right, I would love to meet you. I have live classes every week. Right now we're about 4 live classes a week, 30 minute and an hour. Okay, great time to connect one-on-one. You'll have a chance to ask me all your Pilates questions live and on camera. I can help you with any modifications you have. Join the Pilates community today and meet me on Pilates by JessPFit.com. Now enjoy your workout. Hey you guys, all right, today I have a quick little mat workout for you. This is gonna focus on the internal and external obliques, okay? So think about the cross-body connection, okay, shoulder to hip. We're gonna work through the back quite a lot today. Everything body weight only. If you wanted to add light dumbbells to this, you absolutely could, or maybe wrist weights. That would also be a great option, but if you want to do it body weight only and just get some mobility and toning in there, this is great body weight only, okay? So find a comfortable space to work either on your mat or on carpet. We're going to start on the floor, all right? So find a 4-point kneel with me. You're gonna come down on your hands and knees, all right? Your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. That means your inner thighs are separated, okay? I want you to make sure that your collarbone is nice and wide. All 10 fingers are spread out nice and wide because I want you to find the connection through your palm. That's gonna translate all the way up the arm, okay? So, and into the core, ironically. You may not think that, but it is. It is. So all 10 fingers nice and wide. I want you to think about your low back. Is it nice and long? I don't want you looking like this, tailbone up and ribs flailing, right? And I don't want you looking like this either, okay? I want you to be right in that middle spot. We are going to start with cat-cow though, so you're gonna hit both of those positions. On your exhale, you're gonna nod your chin, round your spine, and draw your tailbone underneath you, all right? So I want you to think of that Halloween cat position, all right? Almost like somebody's picking you up from the middle of your spine with a little puppet string. Make sure your toes are relaxed and long. Okay, and let's go the other way. Inhale, let the chin look up, let the tailbone wag up, collarbone wide. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine, curl the tailbone. You're thinking about range of motion here. So as you work, maybe it gets a little deeper. Inhale, gently look up, let the tailbone wag up. Good, 2 more. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine, find that articulation through the spine. Inhale, go the other way. That mobility through the spine is crucial for everything. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine. Good, inhale, go the other way. And then come back to that spot right in between where you're looking straight down in between your fingertips. Okay, you're not looking at your thighs, neck is long. Let's take that left arm now and lace it through this window on the right. So between your right forearm and your right thigh, your left palm is gonna be up. I want you to bend your right elbow and try to bring your left shoulder to the floor. All right, so you're getting big rotation here through the thoracic spine, right? You're gonna feel the lat. I want you to really think about deep rotation. And if your shoulder is not on the floor, that's okay. All right, but that's where we're aiming to go. Good, sitting bones are reaching up and back. And now let's come all the way back to start. We're gonna thread the needle with the right arm. Right hand, palm up, lace it through that window on the left. Your left elbow will bend a lot so that the right shoulder can come towards the floor. Hold and breathe. Good, and if you need to close your eyes and just kind of sink into this, might be a little uncomfortable. Shouldn't be painful though. Okay, there's a difference between discomfort and pain. Discomfort, yes, good. Pain, not so good. Okay, good. Come all the way back to start. We're going to do it one more time each side. Left arm, lace it through that window on the right. Find that rotation. It's going to start at the thoracic spine, but it's going to radiate down into the lumbar spine and up into the cervical spine as well. Good, and then come all the way back to start. Last one, right hand laces through that window on the left. Find that rotation, bring that right shoulder towards the floor. Hold and breathe. We're breathing, never holding the breath for 4, 3, 2, and come all the way back to that 4 point. Now, you're going to come onto your stomach, so we're going to come prone all the way down. All right, your legs are still going to be hips width apart because when we find extension, I want your sacrum, the lowest bone on the spine, to have a place to go. When our legs are zipped up, yes, it's possible to find extension, but sometimes it can be painful. So I want you to keep the legs open so that the sacrum has a place to melt, okay? Now your arms are gonna come into a field goal position, elbows right off the underarm. Okay, so field goal position, palms down. You're looking straight down at your mat. Your nose is hovering right over the floor. Back of the neck is nice and long. Let's point the toes and think about strong legs. Let's think about the core now. Wrap your ribs, and I want you to try to hover the belly button off the floor. So we feel the low belly turn on. We feel the rib closure. We feel a strong connection, not only through the back of the body, but also through the front line of the body. Okay, now from here, we're gonna find a full extension. Okay, so that means the tops of the thighs and the chest are gonna lift. Same with the arms. On your inhale, we're gonna lift. Inhale, press the pubic bone into the floor. Find the lift, okay, through the back body. So the tops of your thighs are lifting, the sternum is lifting. All right, and I'm just looking in front of my mat. And come back down. Okay, engage the core. Hover the belly button. Don't just let the belly relax on the floor. Inhale, lift, pubic bone presses into the floor. That core connection feels different here. Yes? Okay, and then lower. Okay, we're gonna add on, all right, on your next one. You're gonna inhale, lift and hold, continue to breathe. Okay, on your inhale, you're gonna take your arms up and overhead, full extension. Palms are down, thumbs get a little closer together, and then you're gonna pull your elbows down and back towards your hips. All right, so you feel a slight closure of the shoulder blades as they come down towards your midline. Yes? Okay, and then inhale, arms overhead, hold your extension. Exhale, pull the elbows down and back. Come back to your field goal and lower your extension, okay? We're gonna do that exactly again. Same thing. Hover the belly button, wrap the ribs. Inhale, lift. Press the pubic bone into the floor. Reach the arms up and overhead. Back of your neck is long. You're not looking up, okay? You're just looking slightly in front of your mat. And then pull those elbows down and back. Good, one more. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, down and back. Come back to your field goal and lower all the way down. Good, wrap the ribs, engage the core. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Very important to me that you keep the neck long. We don't try to look up, and we're also not looking at our chest, okay? Back of the neck long. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Here we go. Wrap your ribs. Inhale, lift and hold. Reach those arms up and overhead. Exhale, pull the elbows down and back. Feel your back engage. Feel it. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, down and back. Good. Bring your arms back to the field goal and lower your extension. Whoo! One more time. One more time. Very intentional, the work. So even without weights or resistance, you feel this. Yes, I feel it. Wrap your ribs, pull your belly button up. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Hold. Reach those arms up and overhead. Nice straight arms. Exhale, pull it down and back. Good. Inhale, up and overhead, that Superman position. Really reach it, toes away from fingers. And then down and back. Now, since this is the last one, I'm gonna have you hold those arms overhead for me. Hold and reach. And can you give me a little flutter? Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep the pelvis quiet. Keep the core strong. It's a little swim. A little swim. For 8, 7. Keep the hips quiet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way down. Whew. Okay, stay here. Bring your arms down by your side, palms up. Down by your side, palms up. Now, I don't want you to let your shoulders droop for the floor. I want you to open your collarbone so your shoulders are nice and wide, okay? Now, same thing, we need to engage the core. So I want you to wrap your ribs and draw the belly button up, okay? Up and back, okay. Now, your legs are gonna stay down, but your chest is gonna lift, all right? Same with your arms. So on your inhale, your sternum is gonna lead the way. So I want you to think about a beam of light shooting from your sternum straight forward. Okay, straight forward. Your arms are reaching up and back, your palms are up, fingertips are reaching for your heels. Okay, and now lower. Good. Okay, we're gonna do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You're gonna add on now. Okay, so on the next one, we're gonna inhale and lift and hold. Now we're gonna do a little side flexion. You're gonna reach your right fingers towards your right heel. So we're gonna bend to the right, stay lifted in your extension. Exhale through center. Good, inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Okay, to the right, keep the collarbone wide. Inhale. Exhale, center. Good, to the left. Exhale, center. Release to the floor. Okay, we're gonna do that again. All right, 2 times each side. Here we go. Legs are still strong, hips width apart. Engage your core, shoulders wide. Inhale, lift, leading with your sternum. Side bend to the right. And center. Good, side bend to the left. Inhale. Exhale, center. Good, to the right. Exhale, center. Good, last one to the left. Exhale, center. And bring it all the way down. Now we're gonna do one more thing here, and then I'll get you off your stomach, okay? We're gonna be coming onto our left side. Engage your core, draw your belly button up. We're gonna find that lift. Keep your legs down. So one more time, lifting with the sternum. Arms follow, stay right here. Okay, now your arms, they're gonna be up towards the sky. Up towards the sky. Hold them right here. Up towards the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay right here. Now beat the thumbs in towards the midline. So over your butt. Okay, in. Arms go in. In. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way down. Okay, roll onto your left side. That's enough time on the stomach. Onto your left side. You're gonna lay all the way down. So you're gonna lengthen your left arm up and overhead. Your legs are zipped up like a pencil. I want you to stack your legs, stack your hips, and take your left ear to your left bicep, okay? Your left palm is facing up. Your right hand is gonna come down right in front of your chest. That's gonna be a supportive arm, although I want you to stay nice and light on it. Okay, now, naturally when we lay on our side, we let the bottom hip or the bottom waist just relax on the floor. I want you to engage that. So I want you to think about the top waistline right now and lift it so your bottom waistline gets a little breathing room. I want you to be able to slip a piece of paper if you had to, okay? There doesn't need to be a big gap, okay? That's different for all of us, but I want you to find length on that bottom waistline so that we're long on the bottom and long on the top. Yes? Legs are active and zipped up through the inner thighs, toes are pointed. Okay, right hand is down in front of you. We're gonna do what I like to call fish out of water. So we're gonna recruit through the top waistline to lift the bottom legs and wave this left arm up towards the sky so it looks like this. On your inhale, your bottom waistline will get a tad bit closer to the floor as you wave the left arm up and both legs lift. And then come back down. Find space, find air under your bottom waistline, okay? I want you to commit to that every time. I'm more concerned about what's happening at the waist than I am with what's happening with the arms and legs, okay? I'm thinking about your core. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Now, I love to tell the story of the first time I ever did this exercise. Nothing moved. My arm didn't lift, my legs didn't lift, nothing happened. And I was so frustrated. And it stayed that way for a little while until one day the core was strong enough to make it happen, okay? And the mobility was there. Because if we're not mobile through the spine, this isn't gonna happen, okay? And then come back to that long position. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 4 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. How light are we on that right hand? Let's try to stay nice and light so that we're really working on holding that stacked position with stabilizing through the core. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This is your last one. I'm going to ask you to hold it. Inhale, lift and hold. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. Reach those fingers away from those toes for 2. And lower it back down. Roll onto your back. Okay, we're on our back now. Ah, nice. Better than the stomach. Okay, knees are bent, feet are flat, legs are still hips width apart, so I want you to have your inner thighs separated, okay? Arms are gonna be long by your side to start. I want you to find a neutral pelvis. So really important to me so that we get all the work through the core that is necessary. You're not gonna get it if the hips are not neutral. So hip bones are pointing straight up to the sky. Your tailbone is heavy. You have that breathing room under your low back. It's not an arced rainbow because look what happens to my ribs, right? This is not what we want. We wanna narrow the ribs and keep them in line with the hips, but without mashing our low back, because when I mash my low back, my hips roll towards my face, and now I'm in a posterior tilt. I lose the entire back line of the body. Okay, so let's come back to a neutralized position. Hip bones straight up. Okay, little breathing room under the low back. Ribs are closed and aligned with my hips. Now, interlace your fingers, and we're gonna place them at the base of the skull. Thumbs are long down the back of your neck, so you're making a little cradle for your head. Elbows wide. Okay, on your exhale, we're gonna curl, head, neck, and shoulders. Okay, so exhale, curl, keep your neutral pelvis. Think about space between your chin and chest, right? Like place an orange right underneath your chin and keep it there. Elbows stay wide because we're not pulling on the head, right? We're tractioning with our heels of our hands, tractioning the skull out of the spine. So finding and creating extra length as we curl. And then we lower on our inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. Notice I'm not looking at my knees. I'm not looking at my feet, right? Because I'm keeping that space between my chin and chest. I'm using the heels of my hand to create extra length through the spine, through the cervical spine. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. Last one. I want you to hold this one up there. Okay, now release the back of your head. Arms come by your side. Palms facing in. Okay, fingertips are reaching for our heels. You're gonna curl to the right. Come through center. Curl through the left. Come through center. Curl through the right. Come through center. Side bend to the left. Come through center. Set your ab curl down. Okay, now, what I want to say about that, we're working that side flexion just like we did when we were prone. If that is too much tension without head support, place your hands back behind your head, okay? You'll just stay in that airplane as you side bend, okay? Actually, let's do that right now. We'll do that together. Interlace the fingers behind the head, thumbs long. Exhale, find your ab curl and hold. Okay, now let's do that side bend to the right. Side bend to the right and find center. Side bend to the left, focus on side flexion, right? So I'm holding my ab curl, again to the right, but we're focusing on bending at the spine. And come back through center, good. And to the left, and come back to center, and set that down. All right, we're gonna do that 2 more times. So either hands behind the head or long by your side. Okay, I'm gonna show you the next one, long by the side again. Here we go. Exhale, curl and hold. Side bend to the right and center. Side bend to the left and center. Good. When you side bend, the opposite side, the longer side, you're thinking about the vertebrae of the spine opening up, right? Then it contracts as we go to the other side. Come back through center and come down. That's why we're working those internal and external obliques. Good. Last time. Put my hands behind my head for this one. Okay. Exhale, curl and hold. Side bend to the right and center. Side bend to the left and center. Good. Last time to the right and center. Last time to the left and center. And lay it all the way down. Okay, we're not done. We're not done. All right, the next one. We're gonna do a little twisting, okay? You've side bend, you did the side bending, side flexion. Right now we need a little twisting. So we're gonna find one ab curl. Keep your hands behind your head, all right? So if you were working with long arms before, now they go back behind your head. Exhale, curl and hold. Now we're gonna twist to the left. So my right shoulder is gonna lift up and over towards the left, not my right elbow. I want you to think about your shoulder and your ribs, not your elbow. Keep your elbow wide. All right, so my left shoulder blade is on the floor, but my right shoulder blade is way off the floor. Come back to center. Keep your head off the ground. Okay, twist to the left and come back to center. So you're twisting only to the left, and we're never setting our head down, even when we come through center. We're lifting the right shoulder blade and then connecting the right shoulder blade. Lifting and twisting, up and over, and back through center. Good. Twist and center. You have 3 more. Twist, up and over, and center. Good. 2, and center. 1 more. You're gonna hold this one up and over, and now give me a pulse. 1 inch, up and over, up and over, up and over. Think about your ribs. Focus on the ribs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come back through center, set it down. Okay, let's go to the other side. Yes, I know. Then we're on our right side. Okay, find your ab curl. Exhale, curl and hold it. All right, hands don't pull. They're a cradle for the head. Okay, let's twist to the right. Twist and hold it. Your left shoulder blade is off the floor. Your right shoulder blade is connected. And then come back to center. Don't set your head down. Twist to the right and back through center. Good, twist to the right and back through center. You've got this, okay? Up and over and center. 5 more. Up and over and center. Notice my legs don't move. My knees stay parallel to one another. My feet stay flat on the floor. Okay, up and over and center. Last 2. You're gonna hold your next one. Okay, hold it up and over. Now focus on your left ribs a little bit more because they're gonna go 1 inch away and 1 inch up and over. Up and over. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come back through center, and set it all the way down. Okay, roll on to your right side. Okay, so I'm gonna flip around so my back is not to you. I'm gonna come on my right side. Lay all the way down on that right bicep, okay? Your legs are zipped up and long like a pencil. Find the air underneath your bottom waistline. So instead of being here, where we're all relaxed, the top waistline gets a little shorter that way. I want you to lengthen the top waistline by sending that left hip bone away from you and pick up the bottom waistline. Yes? Okay, left hand is in front of you. It's supportive, but it's light. We're gonna do that fish out of water. One side may be drastically different from the other. Instead of getting frustrated, just take note of it. It might be someplace we need to work on. That's it. Okay, here we go. You're gonna lift on your inhale, legs and arm. Inhale, exhale, lower. Obviously, your head lifts with that right arm, right? Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. It's small, it's not big. Lift and lower. Your left hand is supportive, okay? But we're not pressing into it. All right, I want you to stay balancing on the pinnacle or the highest point of that right hip. Lift and lower. 4 more. Lift and lower. Last 3. Lift and lower. Good. 2 more. Those legs are strong. Those toes are pointed, right? 1 long line. Last one. You're going to hold this one lifted. Just hold and breathe. Reach the fingertips away from the toes for 4, for 3, for 2, and come all the way down. Okay, roll onto your back one last time. All right, we're gonna come into hundreds. All right, and then we're gonna come into some final twisting work and you are done. All right, so all the way down, legs are zipped up and long. Not hips width apart anymore. Now we need the connection of your midline. So I want you to zip the pelvic floor and the inner thighs, point the toes. Okay, your arms are long, but instead of having them by your side to start, I want you to bring them up and over your chest. So palms are facing your feet, all right? Because we're gonna come into the 100. So we're gonna lift into an ab curl, and the legs are also going to lift. Now, if you don't want your legs to lift today, that's okay. Maybe that's too much, okay? Because I want you to hold a neutral pelvis. All right, so it's very important, neutral spine and pelvis. Here we go. Legs can stay down or come up with you. On your exhale, you're gonna curl head, neck, and shoulders, and at the same time, the legs are gonna hover off the floor. Your arms are long by your side seam now, palms down. All right, we're gonna beat these arms. I'm gonna count. You just breathe. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're halfway. Keep the low back nice and long. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower all the way down. Now, the 100. Obviously, you're not supporting your head and neck. If you feel the need to support the head and neck, interlace your fingers, thumbs long down behind the head, right? You come up to that hover, and I just want you to flutter your legs instead of your arms, okay? So you think about little swimmers, okay, where the inner thighs just bypass one another, all right? If the legs are down, if the legs are staying down, the other thing you could do is bring them into tabletop, all right? Try it that way. Come into your ab curl, and then same thing. You could just flutter those inner thighs, or you could maybe work for a little leg extension, okay? There's so many different ways to do it, all right? But depending on what you need. If I'm not giving you a modification, you just let me know, okay? And now we are staying on our back. This is gonna feel wonderful. Bring your right knee into your chest, give it a little hug. Okay, now we're gonna find a spinal twist. Take that right hand to the outside of your right knee, your left hand to the outside of your right knee, and you're gonna take that right knee up and over to the other side of your body. Let your hips pick up. Your right arm is gonna reach opposite the right knee. So right arm opposite the right knee, and look at your right arm. So you're looking opposite your twisting knee. Feel that spinal twist. Okay, that's gonna radiate all the way through the spine, lumbar to cervical. Let that twist happen for 4. Breathe for 3, no holding the breath for 2. Good, come back through center, lengthen out that right leg, bring the left knee in, give it a little hug. Take your right hand to the outside of the left knee, take the left knee over to the right, pick up the hips, left arm reaches out to the left. Okay, look to the left. Hold, breathe for 4, for 3, last 2. Good, come all the way back through center. Bring both knees into your chest. Give them a little hug. And that's it. Guys, that's all she wrote. Bring your feet to the floor, hands on the outside of the thighs, roll all the way up, and you are all done. Okay, I'm gonna keep visiting some of this body weight work more and more. You can always have the option to add resistance. If you added light wrist weights or light dumbbells to this workout, beautiful, great, that's a way to take it up a notch. If you did it body weight only, stay consistent with it. If you noticed some variability from side to side, that's nothing bad. We are not symmetrical people. That is just a compensation we might need to work a little deeper on. That's it. All right, you guys, good work today. Again, like I said, if I didn't give you a modification that you needed, let me know. That's why I'm here. I'm just an email away. I'll see you guys soon. All right, you guys, now I hope you enjoyed that workout. Now come join me on Pilates by JessPFit.com and start your 7-day free trial today. I'll see you soon.